I am not validating cheating. I am not trying to bring sympathy on for the man. That's not my goal here. That's not my intent. I really don't like when I explain stuff, because what I'm about to do, I'm about to explain to you the reality and what's happening. And when I explain it and people say, oh, you're validating, you're making excuses for it. No, I'm just telling you what it is. I'm telling you why it happens. I'm giving you the honest answers. You can do with it what you wish, but these are real explanations as to why that man cheats rather than just walks away from the relationship. So let's get right to it. And one of the big reasons why he cheats rather than leaves is because he still wants to be with you, but he's hoping things will change. So what do I mean? So contrary to what many will believe, the vast majority of cheating, I can tell you from all my years of coaching, I can tell you from a lot of other therapists and coaches I've spoken to, books I've read, the majority of cheating is not just an occurrence of someone being greedy. I'm not saying that never happens. I'm just saying that's not the majority of cases. There's usually some kind of disconnect in the relationship, okay? Now, one of the common disconnects in relationships, especially in marriages, is fulfillment intimately, all right? Sexual fulfillment and satisfaction. There's a lot of disconnect going on with that. And that's a complaint that you'll hear from a lot of guys. Now, I'm going to give you a story. And this story does include a guy who wasn't married. We're not going to judge that they were getting into it like that before marriage. Just focus on the point that's being made here. So this man meets this woman, and this is a true story. Like, he meets this woman, and he's really into her. He's like, oh my gosh, I think she's the one. And they start being intimate, and again, just giving it to you real. He was like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. She's a super freak in the bedroom. She does everything. I'm like, this is it. I'm locked in. I'm good. And I want to say 3 months into the relationship, the freak went away. she disappeared. It was gone, okay? Now, I'm a firm believer, and I'm going to say this in advance because I know some of y'all already thinking it. If it went away, there was a reason, right? And yes, there's a level of truth to the fact that you have to nurture that. You have to nurture that side of a woman. You have to pour into her. Like, I believe almost everyone, if not every woman, has a freak in her, but you have to know how to bring it out. And then you also know how to keep it out, how to, again, continue to pour into her in a way that allows her to feel safe and comfortable and desire to give those parts of her to you. But there are scenarios where sometimes women use that freakiness or whatever to reel a man in, even though she does not have a true desire to sustain that kind of lifestyle and approach with that man, okay? And this is aside from a woman who comes to the realization of, for spiritual reasons, you know what, we moved too fast, let me pull back. No, that's not really what she wants to do. And now that things have gotten comfortable, even though 3 months you would argue shouldn't be comfortable, but it can happen, she pulls back. Either way, she pulls back, and he's having frustrations now because, you know, he was all into all the parts of her that he was getting, and now this big significant thing is gone. And so he's expressing his frustration. He's talking to her about it. Nothing's changing. I can't remember exactly how many more months passed by, but let's just say 3 more months passed by, and they are in an official relationship. 3 more months passed by, or whatever it is, and now he decides to go cheat, okay? And when he was explaining the story, I remember him saying to me, and I do believe this, some of y'all are going to probably suck your teeth or you know, give the side eye, but he was like, after it happened, he was driving home feeling guilty about it and just wishing it was her. Like, it was her that he can get this from. Now, again, we're not here to argue the genuineness of that moment, but I am here to say that, yes, for him, it wasn't he wants to leave his woman, because to him, she is capable of being everything that he wants. But something has gone awry, and he's hoping for it to come, but then he succumbs to his needs, his flesh, whatever, in trying to get those needs met. and he gets it outside, all right? But he continues to be with her and continues to hope that it'll finally get better. Now, what typically happens in those situations, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, or marriage, that the man is not considering in that moment is, okay, you cheat, and let's face it, in a lot of these situations, it eventually comes out. And once it comes out, whether she stays with you or not, there's almost no chance of things getting back to what you want. Like, she's not gonna see you cheated and think, oh, let me now be the freak I was in the beginning for you. No, because now you violated a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And now, if anything, you've given her more reason to pull back. But, you know, in the moment of trying to get needs met, that man is not processing things in that way. But either way, that's the reason why he just won't walk away from the relationship, because to him, he's hoping that him stepping outside of it is going to be a temporary Band-Aid to what he's missing and what the void is at the moment. And to him, it's like, all right, well, once things get back on track, I can do away with this thing on the side, you know, and just be back in my relationship. But again, in many cases, even if it does get to that point, a lot of times, let's say they get back together, they work things out, things get back on track, and then months later from there, she finds out some information that tells her he was cheating at that time, and now everything blows up. You know what I'm saying? But either way, that's one of the big common reasons why a lot of men will cheat before leaving a woman. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. Relationships are the key to a successful life. But there's 5 areas that we have to be mindful of when it comes to relationships. There's relationship with God, relationship with ourselves, relationship with family and friends,